The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze, and the girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna, just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello and welcome to My Brother and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middlest brother, Travis McElroy.
And I'm the baby New Year ghost.
Welcome, baby New Year.
I'm the ghost of the baby New Year, apparently.
Oh, no.
The new year is already dead.
Sometimes
Long live the new year.
when I try to do like an impression, it almost always comes out ghost. And I think that probably explains like a lot of shit about A, me, and B, this podcast.
That's Griffin. He's our baby brother.
Hi.
And this is 20 Forward. We made it.
Yep.
20 Dirt got pretty tasy there at the end. I was a little worried about whether or not we are going to be able to forward that there stream. But we made it, and we didn't lose
got
any
through.
supplies.
Nope. I rung in the new year. I don't know what you guys did. I rung in the new year at a castle in the center of Ohio while I was trying to solve a murder mystery
Which
clues.
is, I didn't know that was like a fucking like castle-y. Was there medieval times, not the actual time, not the restaurant, in Ohio? Like were there sieges?
Yeah,
It's all in the Book of Mormon, Griffin.
I guess. Were there dragons and squires and blacksmiths and shit like in?
So you're under the impression that dragons were a part of medieval history.
Cause I guess I just kind of thought that like Ohio missed out on that. I could maybe see like New Hampshire like.
No, it just cycled later. Like here in Ohio, our Middle Ages happened about 2 years ago.
Yeah, because I was there for that shit. Thanks,
Yeah,
Batavia.
and then you left, and then it was the Dark Ages for about a year and a half.
Because
and
I
we
left?
just found medicine. Yeah, you took it with you.
Oh, Trav, wait till you guys get to the Renaissance.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of naked lady pictures.
Nice.
Just warning you.
Yummy.
Heads up.
Yummy. I did karaoke for my New Year's Eve, which was fun. They had Auld Lang Syne in the book, and there was just a lot of cheer. There was a lot of opening of our private booth doors.
Timing, that's a nightmare, though, right? You put it in, it pops up at 10:30. Like, hey, this is gonna seem.
I'm talking about a private booth. It wasn't like a Total Request live situation.
Whoa! Look
So
at
you were able to do
look
like
at
karaoke and like strip at the same time.
Biggie Smalls over here with his own private booth.
It was
Did
like
you get some Cristal?
It was like $6 an hour.
Whoa.
It was not. There were no like fondant fountains. It was a $6 an hour Korean karaoke place.
You know,
in
the
North
Golden
Austin.
Corral now has 3 fountains: chocolate, white chocolate, and caramel. Really? Hey, I got a prime rib, but I want to put it in chocolate, but also caramel.
Okay.
I want to say I'm actually amazed that there's not more. That there's not also like a butter fountain and like a nacho cheese fountain and like a gravy fountain and like a cookie fountain.
No, there's a
and,
great-
like, sprinkles fountain.
There's a
and
gravy
pizza fountain.
hose. There's a gravy hose.
Step on up.
And then there's the cookie trough.
Yeah, their newest ads are just step on up, you fat piece of shit.
Just
Gravy
give in.
hose. Turn it on, shut it down.
How have the first 5 days of the year been for y'all?
Yeah, my favorite thing is seeing on Facebook, and it apparently our standards as a society have become so little to establish whether a year was good or not. When it's like, woke up and put on my slippers, 2014's looking good so far.
I mean, I guess like you haven't like nobody's come up and like punched you in the taint like
Put on my slippers. They were scorpion free. Smooth
right.
sailing.
Keep
So
it going.
far, so good. I just hate to be with that person that one day they're like, went to get the peanut butter, we were out of smooth and only had crunchy left. Fuck 2014.
Fuck 2014. You fuck 12 hours in. It's already the worst year ever. If it keeps up at this pace.
Let's help some people. I'm ready. I'm in good shape for it. 20 Forward. Here we go. First question, 20 Forward. Is this? I'm relatively in shape and enjoy running. Well.
Well, lardee-daw.
Lardy dar, look at me. I'm fit, damn
I'm the running
Runningson.
man.
I'm the running man. I love it. I typically run an hour a day. But have found that listening to music just doesn't cut it for me. I really enjoy singing along. I found it makes running more fun, and singing in general makes me a happier person. Is this a bad thing to do? I get embarrassed very little, and I am not looking for attention here, but I'm curious if you think it's rude to others to run by them singing Skater Boy. That being said, I think it's far more ridiculous to go from full-out singing to nothing as soon as I see someone, as it looks like I'm
It's
embarrassed.
a very Doppler effect. Just
He's just a see you later, boy. Outside, running only. Sing as one would sing in the shower or car, and I try to censor myself.
Are there a lot of swears in Skater Boy? He's a fucking skater boy. I love his skater dick. What?
ladies.
What is a skater dick?
From piping in Pittsburgh.
It's like a regular dick, but he has one of those little finger flip skateboards that they sold at Toys R Us for a while.
He
And a
only
tiny
wears
helmet.
He only wears Vans condoms on it.
Like,
I
hey, do you want to have sex? I can't. My dick's at Warped Tour. Shit. Again?
I
think
met this
that-
crazy cool lunge lady.
She's totally rad. Lineup sucks this year, but he'll have fun. It's more about like the experience.
There's a really easy solution to this.
If you're gonna say don't sing, like
No.
can you tell a bird to not sing?
No, God, no. You have to do Queen's "Don't Stop Me Now" on repeat,
I like that. Actually.
and then make eye contact with everyone you pass, and like kind of maybe do like finger points, and then they're like, "Am I stuck in a music video and I didn't know it?"
And then they'll think, well, I don't. If am I stopping him now? I really don't want to be. He's been very clear about
sir,
that.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to assault your running game. Come back.
But
that
then
is
the twist there is by calling out after him, they stop and they're like, "What?" And like, "Oh shit, I stopped him now." Fuck.
Also, I imagine you have headphones on. I hope you're not just like fucking carrying like a boom slammer. What are those things called?
Boom slammers.
Boom slammers.
Carrying a boom slammer with you as you run.
It's like a jail for your booms.
It's a boom slammer that you have like strapped to your arm with one of those little iPod armbands. And you're just like bringing your tunes with you that way, because nobody sounds as good as they think they do singing while they're wearing
Well, I mean,
like
I do.
earbuds.
Hey, big ups to you for being able to both run and have the extra lung capacity to like
Here's
breathe
the
and
skater
sing.
boy. He says, "See you later, boy." And it's been good enough for her. Oh
It's not
god.
an amateur move.
God, I gotta tell you, from an outside observer's perspective, like it wouldn't be a situation of like if somebody was running towards me in the streets, like shrieking Avril Lavigne, it wouldn't be a situation of, oh, that person's so weird. It would be like, I am genuinely fearful for my life right now. I genuinely, I need to be in a different place than this place right now. That's a cross the street situation. Like,
That would make my day.
are you kidding me? You said that, Justin. You're saying that to like goof. Actually, think about a person running towards you, singing a song while they're running towards you as fast as they can for fitness.
Okay, why am I at the track? That's the first thing I gotta know.
Are they at the track?
Well, you're at the running track, right?
No,
Around River Park.
See, sometimes people just like run on the street where people like walk to go to the store.
Are there dogs chasing them?
You were walking to HEB to pick up a flick at the Red Box, and then all of a
See,
sudden,
I think-
somebody's fucking running down Guadalupe at you on the same side of the
think-
street singing a song.
I think that's very rude. When people jog past my house, I feel like they're having a parade for themselves. Like, yes, okay, you're running. Everyone sees you.
Oh, what if you just join a parade?
Oh, you could mask your, you could just stick to only, like, running with things that make noise. Like, run next to an ice cream truck. That
Yeah.
would look good.
I think Travis is suggesting, what if there were events or circumstances like a parade, but instead of like floats and stuff, it was just like a bunch of people running like a long distance. What if we invented that? Like a bunch of people all running down the street, and it would like, here's the thing though, here's the best part about it, it would block traffic for normal people, and it would be like pretty annoying in big cities.
Now, Griffin, I feel like you're doing a marathon goof, but what if you did that, but the whole marathon was like a giant choir?
It was a big sing along. Well, actually, I was just actually picturing in my head. Can you imagine doing a 5K? Well, no, but I can't. But can you imagine doing a 5K? But like as soon as it starts, there's a guy just like Islands in the stream, and that is what we are.
And then
God,
there's
and he
also
just
a
did
woman jogging next to him, harmonizing. Belong to each other.
That would help me set my pace ahead of those people. Just got to keep ahead of them. Because you can't afford to have douche chills in a long run. You got to stay hydrated.
See,
Can't get clammy.
I would suggest maybe like if like you are instinctively singing along with the song, listen to some like non-lyrical shit. But then like there's nothing stopping you from like when you're listening to like I don't know. Let me think of a non-lyrical song real quick. The Seinfeld theme song. Just running down the street like.
I would say that what I love about this question is that they're not worried about looking weird. They're worried about seeming rude, which I think is so considerate that you're missing. I don't think it's rude at all. I don't think anyone's going to see you running past and go, how rude. I think they're going to go, I need to get inside. I need to get somewhere safe behind a threshold.
This is the thing though about I think there's a law of like if you there's momentum impacts your value of a crazy person, right? So if you are
How often do you run into that situation?
are you saying like, well, you get into an elevator and it's like, oh, what are we stuck in here for? And then it turns out the person's, talking to a corn dog or something. It's happened. Or maybe you're just trying to use the bathroom at Cracker Barrel and a weird guy comes up and shows you his nipple through the crack in the door. Maybe that happened to you once.
I guess I'm just like uncomfortable with the crazy terminology. I prefer maybe eccentrics.
Yes.
Okay. He was an eccentric gentleman who showed me
you his
nipple through the
eccentric
crack.
nipple.
His eccentric.
Was the nipple eccentric or was it pretty like cut and dry?
Had he drawn a little winking smiley face on it?
No, it's just a regular nipple.
Oh,
And it
okay.
was super upsetting. I actually want to talk about anything else.
Okay.
Here's another question. Recently, I had my vehicle stolen, which really bummed me out. I was wondering if you guys had any advice on things to do for a good cheer-up session, and that's from Canadian Couldn't Car.
Get justice. Like hunt the person
Get
down and get some
justice.
justice.
Oh,
That's the only
for
thing
every
that's-
car stolen from you, you must steal 10 other cars.
Well, no, that's opposite of justice.
Well, then it balances out. You got to pay it forward. I never saw the movie, but I
One of these days, the
understand
three of us need to sit our fat asses down and watch fucking Pay It Forward, so we can like reference this film in a way that makes sense.
If something is stolen from you, the only like reasonable response is to try to fill the hours that thing would have filled for you with justice, like trying to pursue justice. That's how Bruce Wayne became Batman, is because once his parents were dead, that fool wasn't going to go to school anymore. Who's going to make him? Nobody. So he decided to just stay home and become Batman. He had
That'd
a lot
be a
of free
great
time.
twist on Batman if like he was the world's greatest detective and crime fighter and also illiterate and couldn't do his timetable.
Completely illiterate.
So illiterate.
Batman, to solve my latest riddle, you have to write in cursive. Wait a minute. No, absolutely not. Cannot help you there.
Hey, Alfred, could you come here and sign this check for me? Thank you.
Please.
It's for $1 billion for cancer research.
I wrote
I
Batman.
think.
I wrote Batman, but the N, I did it in big block letters and the N's backwards. I don't think they'll take that because my bank account's not under Batman. Alfred, what's 3 times 2?
Quit laughing, you old fuck.
Stop it.
It'd be really frustrating for the Joker because all the jokes would go over his head. They've all got like historical punchlines. You'll be fiddling like Nero. What are you saying?
I don't
follow.
understand. Mad Hatter? Well, yeah, like what's a Mad Hatter? From the
Talk
book.
about punching some more. I know about punching.
And the villain he's most impressed by is Clock King because he can tell time. Like, wow, that
You're
is
not
something.
using digital or anything.
I'm super intimidated by you, Clock King.
But on the real side, I just go like buy a bunch of stuff on Amazon. Usually does it for me.
He's got to save money for a car though. He can't buy anything.
No, you don't really need a car.
You could go just test drive cars all day and then not buy one.
Well, that's
Just to kind of get your fix. I mean, because like if you're really like jonesing for a car ride.
Oh, could you live next door to an auto dealership and use that to get around town? Hey, I will have this back to you, my man, but I gotta hit up Go Mart.
There's no situation more stressful than test driving a car. So I don't think that would be like especially. I don't think that would like.
Okay, so maybe smoke a little weed first, just to really even
there
it
we
out,
go.
and then go test drive a couple cars.
Cut that
It's-
fresh with a little hashish.
I was shocked when I test drove. We bought a car, it was like 6 months or so ago. I was shocked that they just let us drive it. Like, I've been driving for 15 years, but suddenly I was terrified about my ability to operate a motor vehicle.
Yeah.
I had
See,
forgotten
that happened-
everything.
That happened when Teresa and I bought the Matrix, and I
Great.
I was
movie.
much-
I know
I
you
don't think that-
hesitated like for a second. Like I don't know.
I don't think that franchise has a lot of legs on it still. I don't think it's a
Keanu's
great pick.
burned me before. I just don't know. I'm so indecisive. I love Lawrence Fishburne though. Shit.
but when we bought
Everybody's talking about
Who's this
20
Carrie
years
Ann
ago.
Moss? I don't know her. That might be an adventure, fun acting adventure. I always love finding new actresses I love. Let's give it a shot.
It's got guns on the
This
box.
is
How bad
great.
can it be?
Let's get the other two right away, sight unseen. Fuck. God. Shit. Should have Rotten Tomatoes those. Got me again, Keanu. Fuck. Yeah, buy the first one. You'll love the other two. You won't love the other two.
I shouldn't even bother finishing the story now, should I?
Nah, it didn't sound like it was going anywhere like great. You guys on Yahoo?
Yep.
Are you eating
You
something?
eating some food?
No.
I can hear you quietly, guiltily crunching.
I thought you guys would be riffing for a while. In my defense, I thought that goof had better legs on it. That's my fault.
This Yahoo was sent in by somebody anonymous. It was like I got it from like a Yahoo Answers referral service, and I assume that like somebody sent it in through that service, and not that like Yahoo is like gone self-aware. Because man, if Yahoo knew how much we'd made fun of it. Anyway, it's asked by Yahoo Answers user Flandre Scarlet, who asks, why doesn't the penis gain fat?
Good question.
It just hit me suddenly. That's it.
We got to eat the right foods.
You're suggesting that there are foods you can eat. Just so I'm clear, that specifically, like, I guess it makes sense because like, you eat like a big burger and you're like, oh, this is going straight to my hips. You're saying there's a way that there's like dick smart bombs in food form.
It's Werther's Originals.
This whole time.
You couldn't have picked a more upsetting. You're saying like grandpas, preternaturally, fat dicks.
The fattest dicks.
You're making me think right now of every Werther's commercial I've ever seen where a kindly silver-haired septuagenarian has a little kid on his lap, which is amazing that he has room for anything on that lap other than
With the fat dick.
his enormous, not enormous. We should be careful with the vernacular here because we're not talking about like a huge a huge hog in the typical
Not impressive anyway, just horrifying.
yeah.
Like a fleshy Campbell's can, just there.
It looks at it. You look at it, which you don't want to be doing anyway, but you are looking at it, and you think to yourself like, "That dick looks out of shape."
That's
why-
one flabby wiener.
That's why old people always get offended if you take one of the Werthers out of their candy dish. I'm like, well, it's nature's Viagra. Be careful.
No, it's
what you're
not
doing
nature's Viagra because it doesn't make. I don't want to get like gross or blues this soon into 24, but it doesn't like get you hard. It doesn't get you.
If anything,
swole.
it gets you softer.
It gets you pudgier a bit.
But yeah, just a little bit around the middle.
It gets you swole in a bad way.
And then the problem is after that, if you don't keep it up, you end up with stretch marks.
Oh God.
I can't with this. I can't do this with you.
Okay, let's.
Because I just mean if you don't have a constant source of Werther's, it deflates back weird.
Sure, it deflates.
Like
it deflates
Fat
backward.
Bastard at the end of the Austin Powers movies, where he's got the weird flaps of skin.
Are you like imagining this?
No, this is a scene.
Okay, let's fucking jump as fast as we can away from this topic of A, visualizing fat dicks, and B, making any Austin Powers references. Justin, that's
Okay.
gonna sound like it's your cue to do your
To
thing.
do both simultaneously.
Why doesn't the penis getting fat. It just hit me suddenly, Flandre Scarlett said.
Now finish your short story.
I think it's because it's all bone.
Now, Justin has been pushing this theory for a long time. I don't know if Sydney has been a co-conspirator in this, but she should really
She
know
is
better.
probably my biggest detractor.
Okay, good. Because, like, she's a goddamn doctor. Like, I think it actually breaks the Hippocratic Oath to suggest that there's a bone that lives in your penis. Justin's been pushing this theory about penis bone for a long, long time.
Some animals have a penis bone.
That's true.
Humans are one of them.
That part, I have a little bit of a problem
Justin,
with.
do you have any kind of medical science to back that up?
Boners.
Boners. Okay.
The word boners.
Great.
Of course, that being said, the word chubby has recently taken on an entirely, it's not a good word anymore.
Oh, like it was a
Apparently-
great word before. Like it
No,
was the
it wasn't.
medically accepted word. Just get your chubby out and let's take a look at it.
Uh,
I am a chubby doctor. No, not a fat doctor.
No,
a
no,
chubby
no.
doctor.
You don't understand. Like a proctologist. Yeah, a chubby doctor.
Why doesn't it game fat? I don't.
A penis bone is called a baculum, which is
Scott Baculum.
so close to Scott Bakula that
He's actually the only human being with a penis bone.
that makes sense to me a lot.
Do you want me to ask Sydney real quick?
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
ask her. Okay, hold on.
But I want to hear it.
Hey, Sydney! Hey, Sid! Why doesn't the penis get fat? Why doesn't the penis get fat? She says Jesus.
I'll take it.
I'm not sure she's a good doctor anymore.
I really wanted a more thorough explanation than that.
Wait, hold
I
on.
know.
Was it an exasperated Jesus, or is she implying that Jesus'
No,
power
she's-
stops?
She's implied that Jesus was the one that makes it so your penis doesn't get fat.
I think she is trying to. She heard you ask that question and thought this is a great topic for a Sawbones episode, and now she's trying to She is trying to hold on to this podcast comedy and use it for her own thing. Justin, your marriage is tearing our brotherhood apart.
I'm sorry. We had a good run, though, didn't we?
Who, you and
Yeah.
your wife, or you and your two brothers? Time to pick.
Yeah, both.
This is it. This is when you pick.
I picked Jesus. Reese, okay, so I got another question for you guys. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. Quick question. Been married for over a decade now. In the past few years, I've really come out as a geek girl. For example, I enjoy playing D&D, watching Firefly, debating. Hey, listen, we know what geeks are, okay?
Covered.
We got that covered. But my husband doesn't appreciate my geekdom and makes fun of me, making me feel immature and less of a woman. Sure, he does appreciate the occasional Star Trek episode, but he draws the line allowing me to attend a con. My question is, should I just go back into the closet and try to suppress my geek urges? What can I do to help him realize how lucky he is and let me explore this side of me? That's from Sexy Geek Girl.
Man, I gotta tell you, like, we have talked about the idea of self-identity based on cultural consumption and how most of the time that is not like the healthiest thing. Not that like we're shaming those proclivities at all, because Christ knows we've got them.
Yes.
But the terminology of the phrase allowing me to attend a con gives me the royal skeevers.
You know, here's the thing. In my opinion, people that make fun of or make people that enjoy things like this feel less is because they themselves are afraid to allow themselves to wholeheartedly love something that much.
Yeah.
You know, if you see someone make fun of like someone at a Star Trek convention, I doubt that it has anything personal to do with that person so much as they're looking at someone unabashedly loving something and it scares them.
Something that I've had to keep in mind throughout my marriage, which isn't as long as yours, but it's getting there. Sydney can appreciate some things that would fall into the realm of geekdom for sure, right? She watched Battlestar with me. She loves Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some things where I have to be honest with myself. I have to look at myself and say, Justin, this is a show about Green Arrow getting his feet underneath him and maybe meeting the Flash at some point. Like, probably not. This
Probably
isn't
not.
going to fly. Probably not. Probably doesn't need to watch my DVDs of that show, The Wizard, which was about a little person who invented things and was rich and a genius and a toy maker. Probably would not get into that with me.
I mean, now
and
I
that's
really
fair.
want to watch that.
Now, if you want to come over and watch The Wizard, you can. But I'm saying is, sometimes you feel like something can't be a part of you unless that person is sharing it with you. Like you love it so much you want them to take part. That can be a little off-putting for some people because everybody's got their own tastes, their own things that you like. You have common ground with Star Trek. Maybe that's a place to build from. You build out from Star Trek. Hey, you want Star Trek but good? It's Battlestar Galactica. Come watch this with me.
You like
Whoa.
Battlestar Galactica? Why don't you tune into the OC?
It's basically the same thing.
It's a real good show.
Seth is a Cylon. I ruined it. I ruined it.
Justin and I are thinking about doing a spin-off of MBMBaM called Ak Ak Ak, maybe. It's just the OC 3 times. And we just talk about our favorite episodes. Anyway, let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks. Rate and subscribe.
I don't let anyone make you feel bad about anything. I mean, it's your husband, and I'm sure you. I'm sure it would be easy to like look at this one facet and for us to judge it. So I'm not going to do that. But if it's something that's important to you, you should say something to him and be like, "Hey, whether you mean to or not, you're making me feel bad about this, and that ain't cool."
Am I like, I just want to give this dude the benefit of the doubt, but like saying no, you can't go to the con. Like, is he like worried that you're like not going to come back? Like you're going to meet some, I don't know, some Twi'lek there that's just going to like swoop you away.
Well, you know, Griffin, I'm willing to bet that it's something like seeing it as a reflection of himself in some way. Of like, oh no, please don't go to that. Please, that'd be so embarrassing. Don't go.
He doesn't have
Please
to
don't
fucking go.
But that's what I'm saying is I think that's what you say and be like, hey, listen, this is a partnership and we're an us and everything, but I want to go to this thing. You don't have to go. No one there is going to care that I'm there because everyone else there is also there. So why is that embarrassing in any way?
I mean, it's not embarrassing. Like, it's not.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tell that dude, like, there's nothing embarrassing about it because it's not like you're rolling up to someone's birthday party in your full out, Star Wars regalia. But if you roll it to a Star Wars convention, what does it matter?
I mean, you could do that. You could put on your ceremonial head tails and just like fucking roll up to this birthday party. Like, sorry, hon, you didn't like give me a place to like vent this. I bought these head tails. I got to wear them somewhere.
And I'm sorry, but also mention to your husband that the Avengers was the biggest movie that the year it came out. That J.J. Abrams makes Star Trek and Star Wars movies now. Like they canceled sports. The battle's over.
Oh, man, that's a shame.
Geeks inherited the earth.
I really wanted
It's
to.
over.
I really wanted to watch the Packers 49ers game after this, but you're saying that
Canceled sports.
Canceled it.
You would think they would wait until at least until the end of the season. I think the Packers
due to lack of interest.
But see, I don't think that's true because they like
They said like only like 6 people are watching.
they
Turned out everybody got concussions. They canceled all sports.
so they managed to sell out the Packers game, which isn't like especially surprising because that particular
Everybody
season-
bought the seats ironically.
everyone bought the seats.
No one's actually
ironically.
going. Yeah, no one's going.
Like Lambeau sells out like every single game, so it's not super surprising. It is like negative 40 degrees right now in Wisconsin. People sitting around negative 40 degrees, like gotta get a high price ticket to do that. To lose my gins in the cold. The toe comes off in the boot. So how do you, oh God, it's insane. How do you do that?
It's right now at the Packers game. It's 48-39. Is that the score? No. Number of penises that have fallen off versus the number of butts that have fallen off. They're just frozen off and come off. But we'll keep you updated throughout the game. Now let's go back to the Totino's halftime show starring John Madden.
Sorry, John Madden and his band, the Madden Knights.
Hey, I'm no better at commentating than I am at playing bass. 1, 2, 3, let's hit it.
Oh wait, hold on, 1 second. These fucking pizza rolls. Boom, and he's on his back again, covering himself in pizza rolls.
You know, when I was in middle school, I read the book All Madden by John Madden like 5 times. I still have passages of that book that I remember. You want to know how John Madden treats a sore throat? Don't even worry about it. Man. You want to know how strong he thinks LT is? Very.
I just Googled John Madden dead because I was, no kidding, guys, 500% sure that John Earl Madden, born April 10th, 1936, was dead as fuck.
But right now it just says born and then it says dead question mark.
Dead?
End of the day, sexy geek girl, don't suppress your urges. Don't let anyone make you stop doing anything you want to do. As long as it's not hurting anyone.
But devil's advocate, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with these habits. But like I always say, like when we talk about this stuff, I get super uncomfortable when people like define themselves with it.
Well,
Because
I mean, that's the thing is like marriage is a partnership. Like, yes, on the one hand, you shouldn't let him make you feel bad about it. But on the other hand, like, you're in a partnership with this dude. So there's got to be some level of maybe what he doesn't want to do is decorate the whole living room in a Doctor Who theme.
right, but I don't think she's.
But I'm saying, but like, so don't go like fucking hog wild. Find a nice, even keel that the both of you are happy and comfortable with.
But if you want to go to the con, go to the fucking con.
Yeah, go to that con, girl.
Girl, damn.
We'll see you there. Let's get paid.
Let's get paid.
Money's
Guys, I have a pretty fat penis, and the rest of me's pretty fat too. And I decided that in 20 forward, I'm gonna move my weight number 20 backward. By which I mean I'm gonna lose 20 pounds. But
Wow.
the problem is I like eating food that tastes good.
Oh,
That
well,
is-
then there's no solution.
Damn it.
Excuse me, maybe you haven't heard of Nature Box. Remember earlier when I was eating and it was rude? Well, I was eating sweet potato fries that I got sent to me from the fine people at Nature Box. Curbing your appetite doesn't get any easier, guys. It's going to help you lose weight with these snacks that are shipped in a box to you monthly. I get like 10 snacks a month. You get to choose whatever you want. They have like a crazy assortment of things that you wouldn't have even considered having. But man alive, they are delicious.
So
Well,
like,
and here's the thing: they got the sweets covered. They got the French toast granola, like salted the salted caramel pretzel pops.
God, I ate
But they-
so many of those when I was in town.
But they also have like some amazing like salty savory shit because I prefer that. I like my chips and stuff. They've got some stuff. Oh,
They have
so good.
Italian bistro pretzels are very
They have
good.
very elusive chili lime pistachios. One of these days I'll eat those without my wife just like hoovering them up, shell and all.
So I guarantee no
Calm
matter what
them
your
down.
tastes are, they've got something that you're just gonna.
And it's all natural. There's no trans fats, no high fructose corn syrup, nothing artificial. And the best news is you can try it if you want for half off. You use coupon code MyBrother. Go to naturebox.com and use the promo code MyBrother,
all one word.
all one word, and you're going to get like 50% off these great snacks.
So like my thing
worth it.
right now that I've been using to lose weight in 24 forward is every time I get hungry, instead of eating, I smoke a whole cigar. I've also been dipping all my food in Olestra, just because like I remember that was on those chips for a while, and those did actually I think help me lose some weight.
Yeah.
So is this
so
a
with
better
your
option or?
No, this is much, much better. It's all natural. But I would assume with
Olestra's
your
pretty all natural, I think.
Yeah, but with your frequent bowel movements, you're going to be missing some highlights from your favorite TV shows. And I'm sure you're pretty worried about that. But
Not
the
really.
good
I
news
just like
is,
let it ride. Just like let it leak. That's my 20 forward colon. Let it leak. That's
Let
the
it
colon,
leak.
by the way.
Colon,
it's not,
let it leak.
It's not. It is not a punctuation mark. It's just my. It's my butt.
the good news is there's Hulu Plus. That's going to help you catch up on all your shows that you missed. You tried Hulu.com. Everybody loves it. It's great. They had those great acts with Alec Baldwin for a while.
And you probably tried Hulu Minus.
yeah,
Which
that's
is
no
just like a
good.
blank screen for a couple hours.
But now they've got a lot of huge JPEGs of your favorite shows at Hulu Minus. You don't want that. You want to
It's
go
actually
to
just a guy
HuluPlus.com.
describing TV shows to you.
Is there a Hulu?
You'll never believe what happened on Doctor Who last night.
Is there Hulu colon?
And they got SNL, they got Jimmy Kimmel Live, Shark Tank, and Scandal. And there's like every episode of shows like Lost, Law and Order, SVU, Doctor Who, and Community. And they got some original stuff too. The Wrong Man's Behind the Mask, which is the show Travis was watching about sports mascots. And the best of all, it's only $8 a month. No problem. $8 a month, anybody can spare that. And it always costs $8 a month forever, right, Griffey? You have to pay that right up front.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, wait, you stupid idiot! Right now, you can try that Hulu Plus. You can get on that tip for free for 2 weeks. Get that free 2-week trial. Just go to huluplus.com/mybrother and cash in. Get it, watch it, view it, Enjoy it.
Stop what you're doing right now. Breaking news.
Okay.
Twice a month, Chicago comedians Cody Melcher and Ranjit Suri invite a funny friend of theirs over to talk about a really weird book they've all just
Now,
read.
hold on. Do they broadcast these discussions, or are we just cluing
No,
everybody
there
in?
is no way to listen to this, but
No, I'm saying if you are outside their window on a warm summer's day, and the breeze is in the you can listen to this podcast. They have people like Dan Telfer, our dear friend.
Love
I think
that
I can say
guy.
that. He introduced us once. Dan Telfer, SNL's Tim Kazurinsky, Community's Danny Pudi. They've done so many books, from Edgar Allan Poe's only novel to a conspiracy book about homosexuals starting the Nazi Party to Twilight. It's called Tomfoolery.
Nope.
Tome.
There's
Sorry?
a clever fucking pun, like, in the name of it.
Well, just call me Batman. Sorry. Tomfoolery is the actual name of the actual thing. The newest episode is Children of the Matrix with Aaron Lane. So go over to Tomfoolery, that's TOMEFOOLERY.com, and listen to this great show.
Do you
And
Sounds
tell them we
hilarious.
sent you. And tell them they're welcome.
well, like, and apologize. You know, Tome's like a book. They didn't just like spell tomfoolery like wicked super
No,
wrong.
tomfoolery.com was taken, and they're like, well,
Well,
what are we throwing E in there?
Oh, if we throw an E, it's like a book thing. Anyway, check that out. They're on Facebook /tomfoolery. They're also on iTunes.
All right, I'm done. You guys do this next one. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done.
This next one's for Justin from his brothers Travis and Griffin. Dear Justin, we're sorry for making fun of your illiteracy. Love your brothers.
It's not illiterate. He's like pun illiterate. This message
Okay.
is a special message, and it's for Pauline from Brandon, who is the nice boy who lives with her.
Who hopefully you're aware of.
Hopefully you. Oh God, that raccoon's back in the crawl space.
This this special message is coming from inside the house, and it says, "To my favorite partner, thanks for hanging out with me for almost 3 years. If there's a day when you haven't made me laugh, I don't remember it. Thanks for turning me on. MBMBaM, and Merry Christmas or Happy New Year or Happy Valentine's Day, depending on when the McElroys get around to reading this."
Nice.
Burned. Yeah,
I guess
that
you got
is
us.
painful and accurate.
I
yeah.
will need some salve for the burn you just
for
laid
that
down.
severe burn. Brandon, sorry we said that you were a monster living in Pauline's mirrors that only hops out when she turns her back. We are sorry about that I just said. And we hope you guys have a great holiday.
Great Hanukkah.
together.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Christmas, you guys.
Breaking news! January is one of the biggest months ever for the MaximumFun.org network. We're launching 4 new shows. Yes, 4! 4 new shows. So much stuff to listen to. The first new Max Fun show is Oh No, Ross and Carrie. They join fringe religious groups, undergo alternative medicine treatments, and investigate the paranormal, all so you don't have to. Your new late-night best friends are Jasper Red and Kimberly Clark, and their new Max Fun show is called The Goose Down, not to be missed. Also coming to Max Fun in January, Song Exploder. It's a podcast that talks to musicians about their songs and deconstructs how they were put together. And our 4th new show is Lady to Lady, a weekly talk show with Tess Barker, Brandy Posey, and Barbara Gray. It's like The View, if The View was a good thing. And one final announcement, Dave Holmes, the great Dave Holmes from television, is joining the network as the new host of our funny as heck international quiz show, International Waters. It's going to be a great year for Maximum Fun. You can check out all our new shows at MaximumFun.org or wherever you find your podcasts.
Here's another question. Now, how about a Yahoo? Is there any
sure.
Yahoos lying around?
Yeah, I got a Yahoo. This one was sent in by John Williams. Thanks, John. It's by Yahoo Answers user Ben, who asks, what bear is best and why?
God, don't get me started.
What bear is best and why? It lists black bear, grizzly, and why.
Well, let's take these one at a time.
And-
Black bear, official animal of West Virginia.
pretty great.
Pretty hard to beat.
You know what he loves?
What?
He loves berries. That's not a pun or a play on words. Like that motherfucker do love him some berries.
Okay.
Grizzly.
Like Grizzly Adams.
I think like the bear.
No, like Grizzly Adams.
I think they're asking about bears, so
Oh. Well, Grizzly Adams was like a bear of a man.
We're getting into semantics. I don't think we should. And why do you think so? So, like, this person only listed just the 2 bears. I don't know if they want us to decide between black bear and grizzly, because that's a pretty easy one, black bear.
My favorite kind of bear is Pooh Bears. Because, like me, we both enjoy smackerels of honey.
Travis is trying to take us back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh.
The great thing about
Pooh doesn't know what to
black
do.
bears
Got a honey buzz up
versus
on his nose.
the great thing about
Ice, and from there where he goes, no one.
Travis is only singing this song because he knows it makes me cry every time.
If you can't,
They did this to me before. Please don't. I'm serious. I'll cry. They did this to me before Griffin's wedding. And,
there's so much to be
and then everybody thought I was crying about happiness.
all the bees in the hive.
Count the bees.
Chase all the clouds from the sky.
Chase the clouds
Back to
away.
the days.
And now it's no longer fair use. Hold on, it's not fair use anymore. It was fair use up until the bees.
They had a good run. I think the good thing about black bears versus grizzly bears is that black bear didn't eat grizzly man.
That's true.
And grizzly bears are going to have a hard time getting that one off their record. It's right there in the name.
I like I like a polar bear.
They're pretty good, I guess, in those.
Their hair,
I
their
saw
hair
polar
isn't
bears at the
white.
zoo. It was sweet. There's no
Their
joke.
hair isn't
It
white.
was
It's
sweet.
translucent.
I mean, if we're done with jokes for a bit, I'm a big sun bear fan. Those guys with their like long claws and their little faces. Ugh, I do.
I also like the Kodiak because it's like 10 feet tall.
That's a pretty horrifying bear. Is that the bear that was in that movie with oh god, you know, where they're like on the river and they're like there's a bear that just like won't leave them the fuck alone and they eat that dude from Lost. They don't eat it. Sorry. Man, this story, guys, is getting away from me. There's a bear that eats the guy from Lost. Michael eats Michael from Lost, and then there's that older guy, and then I want to say, anyway.
Wow, when you said we were done with jokes, you meant for the whole show.
I need to remember
like-
the name of either of the actors in The Edge.
It's Alec Baldwin and Anthony Hopkins.
You couldn't fucking help it, brother. You couldn't fucking step in and be like, let me get this for you. I already.
You were doing so well by yourself. I like a koala bear because it's not a bear, and that's gotta be awkward.
It's a Marmaduke.
We can do this for hours and hours and hours, and like we'll have a great time doing that, and like so will the listeners. I think we need to like come up with some metrics. I think we need to like boil it down to who would win in a fight.
Okay, so we have to eliminate human bears. Bear Grylls, Grizzly Adams.
Yeah, because like Bear Grylls.
Kodiak Jack.
Bear Grylls is okay, but Kangaroo Jack. Kangaroo's a type of bear.
Now, would Gentle Ben be eliminated just by the fact that he's so gentle? He's
Too
not going to
gentle.
win in
Too
any fights.
gentle.
Are we looking for a species of bear that is the most dangerous?
Let's sit here, and let's each come up with a bear an Ursine representative that we can then see pit against each other, and we'll role play it out. We'll do a bit of bear role playing, and then we'll see who comes out the victor.
Okay.
I know what mine is. Like, I sort of came prepared.
Okay, what's your bear?
I mean, I don't want to say mine first, because then what if you like figure out the strength level, the power level of my bear? You quantify.
What if we've
it.
already named all the
Okay,
bears?
I've got mine.
Travis has his. Justin, you need a minute?
Okay, just our species or a specific bear?
A bear, the most powerful bear.
Okay, you guys go first.
Okay, Travis?
Wait, I need to hear your bear.
Now, should we say our bears at the same time?
Yeah.
All right, I'll say my bear, and then you say yours right after, so you don't have time to like change.
Okay.
You ready? Mm-hmm. Ursa Major.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Okay, so Teddy Ruxpin is flung into one of the many stars that compose Ursa Major and is burned.
Listen,
to
I
death.
knew as soon as you said it, Griffin, but we specifically said no cheating, so I wasn't going to deviate from my preset
Is it
course.
cheating, or is it the most powerful bear that there is?
Because it's celestial?
I feel like the
I would
rules. I
say
feel like the
so.
rules are pretty clear about what we were looking for.
So what's the best kind of bear? Star bear.
Yeah, Star Bear. Can't really beat that.
Star
can
bear is the best.
you? Justin, I guess you have a pretty good opportunity here to think of what beats a bunch of stars.
It's 1 star. It's 1 star. Ursa Major is 1 star.
I think it's a bunch of stars.
No, it's the North Star.
It's not the North Star. Hachi Machi.
I'm
No,
almost
it's
certain it's the
certainly
North
not.
Star.
It is most certainly not.
It's in all the ancient texts.
Let me get out my astrolabe and prove both you fucks wrong. Oh, yeah, guys, I'm looking at my labe right now. It's a bunch of stars.
It's a bunch of stars.
It's like six.
What?
It's like 6 to 8 stars.
Okay, I have
Depending
something
on
that
the
can beat-
season.
I have something that can beat your bear.
My bear is 1 to 8 stars. So let's see what you got, hotshot.
All right. How about the brightest star in the Hanna-Barbera galaxy, Mr. Yogi Bear? Hey, Boo Boo.
That one isn't even
boo-boo.
like especially outside the box.
Hey, Boo Boo Boy. I certainly
Hey,
like
Boo Boo.
picnic baskets.
Here's the thing about Yogi Bear
Okay.
that you didn't think
He
about.
eats stars for power. he is Galactus.
Yogi Bear, system killer.
Yogi Bear Star Eater.
He is something that you don't know about Yogi Bear is that he's 56 years old. No bear has ever been that old, so we have to assume that Yogi Bear is immortal.
Okay.
So from that, like if you were to extend that out, then even stars burn out, but Yogi Bear's presence.
Yogi Bear will be there after the star has winked out of existence.
Yeah, the stars wink out of existence, and who still stands strong? I don't care how many movies they throw at him. Yogi Bear still.
Okay, if our
Okay, so the fact that Teddy Ruxpin is an android doesn't come into effect here. at all.
burned. There's not an android that you can throw into a star that's gonna like survive that shit. Just can't happen. There's no substance that it's certainly not Teddy Ruxpin, whatever he's made of. Felt burned to death. Justin has a pretty good argument actually with this eternal cartoon bear.
Thank you.
Which is funny
Travis.
because I feel like this is a rock paper scissors thing because I feel like Cyborg Bear could beat Yogi Bear.
This is the new rock paper scissors, is what you're saying. We need to put some branding
Yeah.
on this.
That is-
Wait.
Ursa Major,
Now-
Teddy Ruxpin, Yogi.
I actually have a problem with what Travis is saying because much like the legend of some people and like characters from history will outlive them, even if he killed Yogi Bear, if he struck Yogi Bear down, as I'm saying, he would arise more powerful than your Cyborg Bear could possibly imagine. Mainly because your Cyborg Bear doesn't have a soul, which if there's one thing Yogi Bear certainly does, it's a lot of heart.
Okay. Let me pitch this situation. One of the stars have been Ursa Major goes rogue.
Yes.
Like in that Lars von Trier movie, the name of which escapes me.
Rogue Star.
Rogue Star. I think it was a planet in that movie. I think it was called like
Armageddon.
Super Sadness.
Okay.
This star comes flung from Ursa Major, travels at the speed of light, destroys our solar system. Just burns it all up. Burns up every Teddy Ruxpin doll that was ever produced. Burns up all the celluloid and every person that ever watched an episode of Yogi Bear. It burns up Hanna-Barbera Land in Kings Island. Just like destroys the whole thing. And there's like nobody left to like carry on these two legacies.
Okay, let me counterpoint.
Okay.
As that's happening, Teddy Ruxpin learns to forgive and thereby wins a moral victory.
But Teddy Ruxpin has been evaporated.
Teddy
What I
Ruxpin-
would al-
Yes, but he was able to forgive Ursa Major, and so he is the victor in the confrontation.
The problem is we've been broadcasting Yogi Bear cartoons for over 50 years now. They've beamed out in every
the
direction.
fucking radio broadcast.
Ruxpin had a cartoon.
Yes,
Ruxpin
exactly.
had a cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, but they were predated by, like I'm saying, by the time Yogi Bear reaches Beetlejuice the planet, it's a planet. Why
No,
not?
it's
the
super
planet.
not.
Okay, one of the planets around Beetlejuice. You know what I'm saying?
you.
So once the broadcast from Yogi Bear hits them, it's the only message they've ever received. They think of Yogi Bear as a deity. So by the time your Teddy Ruxpin signal arrives at the planet near Beetlejuice,
Oh my
He will
God.
seem the bear antichrist.
There will be
he will be a heretic, is what I'm saying.
there will be a splinter group.
False bear. False bear.
There will be a splinter group of Beetlejuicians that
Right.
adopt him as their god. There's a horrible, horrible civil war that breaks out on this bit. Oh no, what's that in the sky? It's Ursa Major's butt star. I win again, motherfuckers. 2-0. 2-0-0.
Do you think they burned
wait, so the stars become sentient and is seeking out any remnants of Yogi Bear and Teddy Ruxpin in the galaxy.
This is how the universe ends. Not with a bang, but with an
The problem is that by the time that the Beetlejuice planet has already like adopted Yogi Bear as its personal savior, they've already built a giant picnic basket shaped communications tower where they've started beaming out the message, the word, to all the other galaxies. You can't stop the signal. You will never catch the myth of Yogi Bear. It's moving at light speed in every direction of the galaxy. There's no way that it can be caught.
Except by the Ranger.
The only thing you could do, maybe I would grant you this, Griffin, and this is more than I should do for you because you have not earned this, but the only thing that your sentient star could do, or sorry, your sentient collection of stars, is if one of them were to volunteer to collapse, and in doing so, perhaps create some sort of possibility of time travel that would allow them to go back in time and kill William Hanna and Joseph Barbera.
So one of the stars collapses, allowing the other stars to go back through to kill Hanna and
Barbera one day while beginning to do the sketches. That would first. Hey, I have an idea.
This is my favorite Doctor Who episode.
Tell me about your idea, Hannah. Man, it's totally sick. What if there's like Jellystone Park? There's like a bear, super hungry, got a little friend. Ranger's kind of a jerk.
He's kind of like Ed Norton on The Honeymooners. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I think that's great. And I can I tell you how much I love this open office space that we have with the skylight? Hey, look up through the skylight. There's a singularity in the clouds. 25 stars come storming in like, what's up?
Heretic. Now, here's the problem, though.
Shit.
One of the stars has to agree to collapse, and you know how stars are.
Yeah, that's true.
They are not going to be thinking big picture.
No.
They're going to think, well, not me.
So you know what happens.
What about Daryl the star? Maybe he could collapse. He's the last one to join up in the constellation. Lots of people don't even count. Without Daryl, it's just a bear with a shorter tail.
25 of the other stars murder one of the other stars, and that is where sin came from. That's original sin. When you read about original sin in the Bible, that's what it's talking about.
That's amazing.
I am glad that we were able to really play out this whole scenario. I do not know who won. I think it was mine because I killed Hanna-Barbera.
Still not as weird as Scientology, though.
No.
Which is surprising.
Man, we did that for like 30 minutes.
Where do you go from there? I think we have to stop.
Let's do one more. Let's do one more regular question.
Okay. I'm getting married within weeks, and I want to make my wedding night a special one for my soon-to-be husband. I'm not interested in making it a hypersexual experience. I want to do something more interesting. Any ideas?
Yogi Bear cosplay.
Chicago. Yeah, Yogi Bear cosplay.
That sounds pretty hypersexual to me. How like, oh man, do you think this person has like gone through systematically the Extreme Restraints library, the Extreme Restraints catalog, and has exhausted every product on there? Like, sex is just so passé for me.
Well, maybe she's not. Maybe she doesn't want it to be all about sex. Maybe she wants to make it about like the emotional magic of like, now we are one, now we are bonded, now we are forever in love.
Anything that you do, you are going to run the risk of making him feel guilty that he did not also do something. If you put together like a photo collage of like your greatest moments, all your greatest hits, then he's going to just look around the room and be like, I got you hotel soap. I got this for you. It's special. It reminds me of, remember that hotel we stayed at that one time the night we got married? I saved the soap.
That is an excellent point. No matter what, get a hotel room. Even if you're like getting married next door to your house, get a hotel room. Do not go home.
Yeah, don't go home. That will make it special. Location is important. So find a place where you can maybe get a nice suite. Don't make it about sex. Make it about relaxing.
Yeah.
Get a suite with like a nice jacuzzi tub in it. And get some
order some
books.
fancy cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Get a gravy hose, and then if you do decide to turn up the sex, then you have that just like on hand, right?
You got the gravy already there. You can do a gravy in the jacuzzi bath, turn on the jets, get gravy jets, and then just see where the mood takes you.
I can tell you where the mood's going to take you when there's gravy jets in play.
The Golden Corral?
Right to the Golden Corral.
Right to Golden Corral. Get a nice room. Make it about relaxing together because you guys are going to be so exhausted. You just planned a wedding. You just met everybody you've ever known. like, and they've all seen, told you how happy they were for you. That's emotionally exhausting. Just make it like a nice, relaxing time.
I
Think
mean,
about
Teresa and I
relaxation.
wrapped up in robes and watched like HGTV while we ate chocolate-covered strawberries and drank champagne.
Perfect.
like,
And then you
Yeah.
and then you had sex.
I
We
don't want to
boomed.
talk about
we
this.
Boomed.
Did you not,
I
Justin?
would
Did you not like
rather quit
express
the
yourself
show.
sexually
I would rather talk about anything, including Darfur.
there's a you have to like have a conceptual release and like a
consensual release?
a consensual release and a physical release. You have to have 3 different releases on your wedding night because it's like symbolic and it's like love.
And a press release.
It's like love. Well, you do that the next morning when your aunt is like, "So, how was it?"
Dateline. I had sex. Breaking over the wire last night. Jim Parsons had sex. I didn't mean to summon up the star of Big Bang
Yeah,
Theory. I know
Jesus. I've got a Big Bang Theory. He had sex last night.
guys, this has been a very enjoyable time that I've enjoyed having with you until Griffin tried to goad us into talking about sex.
Not just, I don't want to hear about like your sex lives. I just want to
your
know.
sex day.
I just want to
Your
know
one
that
sex
you
day.
you indulged in the carnal the carnal release.
Does it make it easier to talk about when we say carnal release?
I think Justin is dead, so I don't think it made it much easier.
You guys were breaking up for a bit, but now you're back.
We're talking about carnal release.
I don't want to do that now.
Okay. We do
I
have a
wanna
lot
talk-
to talk about though, so let's wrap it up like
Let's wrap
one
it up.
would before they have sex.
Gross. Thank you to everybody tweeting about the show.
Why is safe
full-
sex gross?
What? No, it's just talking about sex with you guys is gross. It makes me sad. Thanks to everybody tweeting about the show, like Adam, Steve Lewis, Garnet Brule, Ryan Miller, Scratchy TK, Armaline, Byron Wesley Chan, Harkey of Fair Eyes, Sean McNally, Nanners, James Galbraith. Thank you so much for tweeting about our show. If you want to tweet about us to tell everybody that you're listening to our show, then you could tweet using the MBMBaM hashtag and include a link to our sampler, why don't you? bit.ly/it's MBMBaM or bit.ly/MBMBaM 2013.
Also, thanks to everybody who sent in questions this week. If you would like to send if you have a pressing query for the Brothers McElroy, you can send it to mbmbam@gmail.com or mbmbam@maximumfun.com. Nope.
You fucked up.
MaximumFun.org.
Yep. Fuck. Yahoo Answers, we do accept those. Like every Yahoo Answers I read at this point are user submitted, and they're so great. And thank everybody. Thank you for sending those in. Well is drying up a bit, so now is the perfect time to submit those. Just shoot them to either of those email addresses, and I read every one and I peruse them. So yeah, send them in. Might get them on the show. Again, please keep them out of like scatological or incestual territories, unless they're like kind of if it's fun. If it's like fun scat.
Fun, like fun cest.
Yeah, like if it's just like trying to be gross, like homie don't play that. Otherwise it's good to go. And thank you for sending those in. And God, there's a lot of things to talk about. Thank you to John Roderick in the Long Winters for the use of our theme song "It's a Departure," which is on the album "Putting the Days to Bed." It's a terrific album. I was just listening to John Roderick and Jonathan Colton's Christmas album, which is similarly great. We don't have a theme song off that album, but it's good too.
Also, make sure you listen to all the other Maximum Fun podcasts. We just got 4 brand new shows and 1 brand new host.
They're so great. What have you guys been? They're all really great. I was redoing my office last week, and I listened to all of them. Like, I want to recommend all of them, but especially I really liked Song Exploder, which is
It's very good.
which is a very, very brief. I think it's like 11 minutes podcast where they take songs apart and talk about how they made them. I also really like the Goose Down. Is super, super funny. So check them.
And I haven't had a chance. Is it Oh No, Ross and Carrie?
Oh No, Ross and Carrie's another good one where they talk about
The concept of it, to me, I haven't gotten a chance to listen to it yet, but it looks fascinating. I can't wait to listen.
you would like it.
They-
It's almost like a mix of like Sawbones in case of emergency. It's
Yeah, they explore like fringe science and religious groups, and they join cults and everything. It sounds really cool.
yeah, they're all really good. Check them all out.
This week, I've also been listening to myself on Wham Bam Pow with Cameron Esposito, Rhea Butcher, and Ricky Carmona, also of the Maximum Fun family. So make sure you check it out. I'm super great on the episode, you guys. So check it out. It's this week's episode. Don't miss it.
Thank you so much for listening to our program. We hope you'll join us again next week for another episode.
Oh, also, I just remembered, if you're in the Cincinnati area, I'm going to be in Hamlet at the Cincinnati Shakespeare Company.
Dr. Plugs over here?
Well, listen, I'm doing a lot of cool things. A lot of big stuff happening for Travis Magray. 2014, looking pretty good so far. But yeah, go to cincyshakes.com and you can get all the info and come see me in Hamlet, and I'm awesome.
He plays Hamlet.
I don't. I play Laertes, but I get to. No spoilers.
He gets stabbed in the tummy, doesn't he?
I said no spoilers.
Okay.
We also want to thank naturebox.com, where you can order great tasting, healthy snacks. Snack smarter in 20 forward. You're ready and get 50% off your first order. Go to naturebox.com and use the coupon code MYBROTHER, all one word.
Also, thanks to Hulu Plus, where you can binge on thousands of hit shows anytime, anywhere. And you can get that free trial of Hulu Plus when you go to huluplus.com/mybrother. All one word, my brother.
You sure it's a /?
Yes, Griffin, it's a /.
Okay. You're not
It's
like
forward.
hip to like HTML.
It's a forward.
Griffin,
make
give us the last
forward.
You're not a
question.
console
Last question.
cowboy in cyberspace.
Last question.
Sure thing, Swordfish. This Yahoo answer is sent in by Drew Davenport. Thank you, Drew. It's by Yahoo Answers user D-Laka, who asks, "How is your father? Is he good?"
I'm Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother, and me. Kiss your dad. Square on the lips.
MaximumFun.org.
Comedy and culture. Artist owned.
Listener supported.
Hello, my name's Graham Clark.
My name is Dave Shumka. Together we host a show called Stop Podcasting Yourself. We're from Canada.
Whoa.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up.
And every week we're lucky enough to be joined by a guest, sometimes a comedian, or sometimes just somebody that we like, and somebody probably you've never heard of. And
But trust us.
If you followed us this far into the promo, just try it out, please.
Do we sound too desperate? Stop Podcasting Yourself on MaximumFun.org.